The objective of this tutorial is to teach you how to maximize the flavor credit available to you and lower your federal excise tax when importing products into the United States from $13.50 per proof gallon to approximately $13.16 per proof gallon. As you look through this document and this example, if you have any questions, please address them to info@focusbeverages.eu and we will do our best to help explain and show you how our blenders can help you. Now, as far as the blenders that are available to you from Focus Beverages, here's a list of some of the various blenders that are available to you. Scotch whiskey, rum, aged rum, agave, and the last one being a cognac brandy type of blender. The most popular one that we are going to be using is the fruit flavor enhancer. It is by far the best quality one, very good high alcohol content, and it has been approved by the TTB. To help you better understand how these blenders can help you maximize the flavor credit, we are going to take a honey apple flavored vodka example. And in this example, we are not taking any flavor credits on any of the current flavors that are used in the product, but we're merely going to show you that if you have a current flavored product that is imported into the United States and you just pay the $13.50 a proof gallon federal excise tax, this is how much your taxes will be. In this example, this is a flavored vodka with 3 flavors: an apple distillate from Simrise, a honey flavor from Firmenich, and a green apple flavor from Ungar. In this example, we have used the alcohol cost for the grain alcohol at about 71 euro cents a liter absolute alcohol, and we used an exchange rate of €1 equals at $1.15. In this example, the total federal excise tax and grain alcohol cost is about $24 and about 96 cents a case. Now, what we first have to do is we have to look at the flavor ingredient data sheets that are provided to you from every one of the flavor suppliers. And let's look at them. It's important for you to understand when you can take the flavor credit. The flavor credit is only available to you if the flavor is what they refer to as eligible for drawback. And in this example, the first flavor we've chosen, this apple distillate from Simrise, you will notice it is marked off as being fit for beverage purposes. What this means that is, according to the TTB, they consider this product so neutral that it is neutral as a distilled spirits beverage, and they will not consider this product a flavor. So it will not be eligible for the flavor credit. For a product to be eligible as a flavor credit, it has to be either approved for drawback or approved as a no action. So this flavor is unacceptable. The Firmenich flavor, as you will notice, is approved for drawback, so that is eligible. And the Ungar flavor is also approved for drawback. Now, the key things you have to pick up off of these things is the alcohol content. And what you want to do is you want to take the mid-range. So this would be 36.5% for your calculations, 61.9%, or 25.17%. Now, when you do the actual effective tax rate calculations, they're like the least quantity and lowest alcohol content. We are not going to do that. In this example, we're just going to use the mid-range because it'll be off by a few pennies, but it's not important at this time. So the first thing we have to do is we have to say to ourselves, okay, is the flavor credit maximized? And what we've done is we have this spreadsheet which we've created for you, which will do all the calculations for you. And basically what you're doing is you're filling in all the yellow sections. So in this example, we're pretending we're XYZ company. I put in all the pertinent information so we have it recorded in our system. And even though the formula is for 1 liter, we're just simply expanding it out to 1,000 liters, so it's easier. Instead of dealing with milliliters and grams, we're dealing with liters and kilos. And obviously, if you're in the US, you have the flexibility to convert this to gallons, and it'll change the variables. But in this example, we're sticking with liters. This is the percentage ABV for the Firmenich flavor, which you can see the honey flavor, and that's all the pertinent information for that, the dosage, the usage rate, and the density, and the percentage ABV. And this is for the green apple flavor from Ungar. Again, the same information. Now down here, based on a 1,000 liters to 35%, it's calculating out the 2.5% value. And this is the actual proof gallonage of flavors in the product. So we are short. And we have the ability to add additional products. So what we've done now is down below, we're taking, okay, we are going to use the fruit flavor enhancer from Focus to maximize that flavor credit. So we put in the pertinent information here, and we're putting in 94.8% because pretty much it's standardized to that level. And this spreadsheet will tell you that you need 1.462 liters of this flavor to maximize the credit. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go back here, and here's the fit sheet, by the way, for the fruit flavor enhancer from Focus. You will notice it's approved for drawback. But in essence, what we're doing now is we are adding it to the flavored vodka at 1.462 milliliters per liter. And what we're doing then is we're just adjusting the grain alcohol level slightly less. Everything else stays the same. We're just adding this food flavor enhancer, and it will not and should not affect the quality of the product. So now the question is, how do we calculate what the new federal excise tax is? Well, we have a spreadsheet for that as well too. And in this spreadsheet, what you're going to notice is here we have different columns. We have a section for the distilled spirits information and a section for the 5010 eligible flavor information. 5010 being this part of the regulation that pertains to the tax credit, 26 USC section 5010. In this example, because the apple distillate is considered a non-flavor or not eligible for drawback, we have to consider it as a distilled spirits. So we put in the information up here for the distilled spirits, and now we put in the information from the flavors. We have, again, the fermented flavor, the younger flavor, but now we have a row for the focus flavor. When you enter that information there, you will then go to the next tab down below, and you will notice that it will do all sorts of calculations for you to verify that the 2.5% value is met and that these numbers equal up to each other. They won't necessarily always equal up exactly, because if you do the effective tax rate calculation properly on the least quantity and lowest alcohol content, you're not using a midpoint. You're going to use, for example, on the Simrise flavor, which is 35, going back to the FIDS document, you will notice on this FIDS flavor, instead of using 36.5% to calculate what I call the standard effective tax rate, you will use 35%. On the fermented flavor, you will take 61.9 and subtract 35%, 3.5%. And on this flavor, you will take the 25.17 and subtract 1.5%. And those will be the values that you will, enter here. You will not enter the midpoints, but that's when you're calculating standard effective tax rate. This example, we're calculating an effective tax rate, and the effective tax rate is being calculated on the exact value. So we're going to assume for the moment, like I said, that these values are the values that you're getting for the flavors. What will happen then is that it will calculate out what's referred to as the effective tax rate. And basically what it's doing is it's taking the tax rates for all the various products on the top, distilled spirits, wine, or flavors that are to be taxed. And then it's dividing it by the total proof gallons of everything, total proof gallons of flavors, distilled spirits, and wine. And these are the applicable U.S. federal tax rates for these different categories. And what you will see is it is calculating the effective tax rate to be $13.16 a proof gallon. So when you come back now to the new final formula, you will notice, okay, you're not paying $13.50 a proof gallon, you're paying $13.16 a proof gallon. But you are now adding a flavor. So now we take into consideration the flavor cost. Now, in this example, we said the flavor cost is about 1.8 euros per liter delivered duty paid. Keeping in mind that the cost is in bulk about 1.6 euros to 1.65 euros a liter. So we're adding about 15 to 20 euro cents a liter for freight, which is more than enough for bulk. So your total federal excise tax and grain alcohol cost and flavor cost is about $24.40 a case. Now, your total net savings, when you take your total cost from the first product and taxes minus the cost and the taxes here, you are saving 55 cents a case, which may not seem like a lot, but if you're moving 25,000 cases to the United States, you are basically handing the federal government a little over $13,775 for absolutely no reason. What is important for you to realize, though, is if you're a foreign producer and you're letting your importer bring this type of product into the United States, the importer is going to apply for a standard effective tax rate. They are the ones who are going to get the entire benefit. So you have to make sure you negotiate with them something that maybe you possibly split this benefit, or they pay for the additional cost of the raw materials. But if your own company is importing your own product into the United States, this is free money that could be used to sell and market your brand. Again, if you have any questions about what we've done in this tutorial or this video, please do not hesitate to contact us at info@FocusBeverages EU. Thank you.